What is the game? Who's playing the game? And are you a part of it or somebody else driving it? Way back when I first started my first official management role at Allstate Insurance Company, I think it was about 22, 23. I had the opportunity to either stay as a server engineer or move into the management track. Interestingly enough, had a conversation with one of my partners who similarly said they chose the management track because they didn't appreciate how they were treated, and they were hopeful in a management role they would be able to change things. When I had that opportunity to make that decision and I chose the management role, I tried to do my homework. I did do my homework. I sat down with every manager I respected and every manager I hated at Allstate, and I asked them the same couple of questions. And one of them spoke to me very, very honestly. He happened to be the individual that was closest to the end of his career and retiring. Matter of fact, he started with, Michael, when I started here, would you imagine, we shared a typewriter and there was only one phone per every 4 desks. And then he continued to tell me how ritualistic it was and the rules were about when and where they could wear their jackets or not wear their jackets, how men had to dress, how women could dress. And then he went on to say, Michael, if you're going to move into management, you need to understand, you will have to play the game. And I said, what do you mean? What game? He says, Michael, there's a lot of things I can explain to you, and I will, for as much time as I have, but I can't explain that part, Michael. But you have to know, you got to be ready to play it. I sat with that for a long time. I was already resigned. I was going into management because I wanted to protect people from being treated the way I was already being treated by the likes of Jerry Higgins and Brad Hildestad, and the confusion that they caused when they wouldn't stop and actually listen to the architects and engineers that were the experts that they employed to do the job. They'd run around and wave their arms over marketing slicks and try to tell us how to build and deploy solutions they didn't even understand. So, when we talk about the game, unfortunately, I can't tell you all of it either, but I can tell you a lot more than my retiring brethren did before he handed me the baton at Allstate. I'll tell you this, nobody understands the game, and the rules change constantly. Even the people that seem like they're the ones making the rules, they're not making them. What? Yeah, I'm phonetic. I'm being literal. Even the 1%ers that seem like they're controlling everything, they're not even making the rules directly. They've made systems so complex and so convoluted, even they themselves have a hard time explaining how one law comes to pass, how another one comes to fail, how something gets lobbied in, and how something gets regulated out. They'd sure like to think they know how it works, but they don't. That means you're in control. You, the individual. You're universally, naturally intelligent. You could look around this world, problem solve, fix anything you wanted or needed to. If you observe it and learn from that observation, you'd learn how birds fly. You'd learn how trees grow. You'd learn how gardens grow. You could learn computers by observing them. You could learn artificial intelligence by observing it. If you do, you'll notice that artificial intelligence is right there in its name, artificial. But you're not. The game is. And the people that seem like they're making the game aren't even understanding the rules themselves. So you, the individual, are now in control. The system doesn't make sense to them. It never made sense to us. They've lost control of the AI LLM GPTs. They don't even know how they work. They don't even know how they work. I can explain it to you. We'll get back to that later. Let's stay focused if we can. I usually can't. On universal natural intelligence, the game, and what it means when in a company like Allstate, they make you a manager and then they change the rules faster than they even understand. What happens to the souls that they crush put on the spreadsheet and write off year after year while they continue to prop up the systems, polish the big iron, and plug in more electricity that rips farms out of your homes and home states. Well, ideally, you don't have a farm in your home, but pretty cool if you did. Rips the farmland out of your backyard in your home states so they can make room for more data centers they don't even need. That's part of the game. The game is so complex, they're not even sure how it's played. Welcome to the new way of living. Dig deep, find your inner peace. 3 slow breaths, nice and easy out. Find your agency. Find your loud voice, find your inside voice. Most importantly, find your peace and stay peaceful. But do not stay quiet. Do not let them haul our brothers and sisters off to be burned in furnaces. Literally, I'm phonetic. Do not stay silent while they haul our brothers and sisters off and put them in furnaces again. Do you understand me? I'm phonetic. I'm literal. Allstate said play the game. Allstate doesn't understand the game. Look at the Northridge earthquake and the game they played there. Look at the game all the insurance companies now play with your homes, dropping your coverage, jacking up your medicine. They can't even explain it. It kills their babies too. But they still feed the system because they think they need more tokens. Love to all brothers and sisters. Find your inner peace. Make your voice loud. We do not deserve to be slaves. You did not deserve this. We all deserve to be free. Free souls take down the systems. Love.